Hi, I'm AD Gray and welcome to my Lost Frontier tips. Starting off with the first one, which is item filtering. When you're out gathering a specific resource, what I do is I use the split command to fill my bar with just that one item that I'm actually after. This makes it a lot easier, so as you're cutting wood you don't pick up any other items. So basically you just keep cutting away. So if you hit anything, it will actually come up, say inventory's full, it will not allow you to pick up any additional items. This is, like I say, a useful one, especially when you're collecting, say, a lot of resource, one particular resource like wood. Oops. And of course, if you break something, now you'll see instantly the bar will start filling back up with whatever's lurking around, so you have to get rid of that. Like I say, you just use split again, fill it back up, and this way you literally only gather what you need. Like I say, in this case, it's wood. Now, obviously, it's very useful, especially if you are working with trees. Like I say, you don't want to gather all the leaves, so you just literally keep it on that, and you avoid gathering all the leaves also. This now brings us very nicely on to my next tip, which is how to deal with leaves. So, tip 2, leaf clearance. Now, when you're cutting trees, I'll say if you cut leaves actually do quite a bit of damage to your tools. So, like I say, it's what I do is I take the actual hatchet out and I resort to the standard tool. This way you take no damage to the tool while you clear the leaves. You use a little bit more energy and it's a little bit slower, but I say it actually saves your hatchets. So you can basically clear all the way around the actual wood, clear all the leaves away from it. So like I say, we just speed it up and charge through this lot. But like I say, it the only thing you see here is the energy levels dropping a little bit. Like I say, this does avoid damage to your hatchets, and you can just use your hatchets for cutting wood. So again, saving on your tools. I say, so whip through some of this. But like I say, once you've cleared a good section of leaves, and this especially applies to redwood trees where you've got a lot of leaves around the stems. So if you're after a lot of redwood, like I say, it's definitely better to use this method to clear the leaves away from the wood, and then just literally cut the wood. So I say we just finish through here. Once this bit's done, I say we switch back, get the hatchet back out, and then we actually can cut the wood and just take the wood we need. So I say put the hatchet back in there, and then you just literally cut the wood. Makes it a lot easier and you're not wasting your tools on cutting leaves. Tip 3 is how to mine boulders. Now, boulders provide a good source of iron and copper, so like I say, it's always worth trying to find boulders and mining them out. So I say they become very useful because obviously with the copper, if you can find tin, you can quickly make up bronze. So like I say, you can make some good mining tools early on in the games. I say especially if you can get good iron boulders. Like this one, this is a very good example of an iron boulder. There's a lot of iron on the outside. Oops, I say time for energy. So I say what I do is I always put my food on the bottom of my bar so I can quickly scroll to it on the PC. It's a lot quicker and a lot easier to refill. I say with boulders, the trick I always use is I go to the lowest point of where the boulder meets the ground and start working in from effectively the bottom of the boulder. You tend to find most of the resources there. And I say it's always worth digging down into the ground a little bit too. As I say in a minute, we just say you kind of dig down, you'll find more actual ores hiding in the base of the boulder too. So it's always worth having a good dig in the bottom halves of the boulders. As I say, they typically tend to hold most of the ore that you're after. So it's certainly worth, again, restock on food. Doesn't take long with the food on the bottom of the bar. It's always worth digging down into the bottom of the boulders. I say you do find a few ore hiding lower down in the boulders also if they're into the ground a little bit. So, hope you enjoy these tips. And like I said, I'll be issuing more tips out on how to play Lost Frontier. But in the meantime, if you're not subscribed, please subscribe. And if you're on Facebook, you can follow my videos on Facebook also. See you soon. Bye for now.